Well, joining me in the studio this evening to talk about the Champions League results are my guests Bobby Koroma and Marshall Gore from Africa Nations Cup UK. Now let's have a talk about those results. Any surprises?
Well, the Madrid one was a bit of a surprise, but not really a bit of a surprise, but I knew it was going to be very close. So I think I'm not surprised. It's not surprising that Juventus shaded it in the end, and it was on the edge when Madrid took the lead. You always knew that without a second goal, it was always going to be very difficult for them. Well,
we're not going to have another El Clasico. Are you happy that Juventus are through? Did they deserve it?
Yeah, they deserve it. As you can see, from their league, they just won their league and they come back to this Champions League. You see that they're playing very well as well, and they're very determined because they got one of the best defense in the league and now in the Champions League, and they have proved it, and they proved it tonight.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What's going to happen with Carlo Ancelotti? It looks like he's not going to win anything this season, and we know that Real Madrid, the chairman and the boards, they're quite ruthless. What do you think?
Well, I think that Real Madrid, they don't accept. They need trophy every year. If you can't afford trophy for a year, you know you have to go.
It's a bit harsh, no trophy after a year.
Yeah, but
there's some clubs that don't win anything for decades.
Well, they give you the money. What they think, they give you the money, you have to produce trophy. That's all they want. They don't want anything else, it's just trophy. So if you can't produce it, I'm sure you're not going to stay.
Okay, what do you think?
I think it's a bit unfair on Ancelotti in terms of that him not winning anything. I think he's got a good team, and I think this season he integrated, I think, up to about almost 5 new players from the juniors into the main team. So there's need for patience to allow the team to blend and gel as well. And even in those circumstances, he has chased the league up to the wire, semi-final of the Champions League. I think overall it has been a good season, not a great season for Madrid. But I think the problem with Madrid also emanates within the whole Madrid family as well. I think the fans are fickle as well. They're not pretty much happy with anything. They did not support the team well.
They weren't happy with Bale, were they?
Yeah, when the team was not playing well, they went against the team. And again, they need to learn that football is a team game, and which includes the terraces as well. They need to learn to get behind their team.
Well, where do you think Bale is going to go? Do you think he's going to stay at the Bernabeu?
I doubt it.
No?
I think Bale is moving to England, I'm sure.
Where are we still saying United or?
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Chelsea. Yeah, I'm sure
Chelsea or United? Well, whoever can afford it, really.
I think if Ancelotti stays, keeps his job, I think Bale will stay. But if Ancelotti is to go, then there's going to be a lot of changes, I assume, in terms of with personnel. Then it does affect, you know, those Galacticos as well. And I think if Bale is to come back into the Premiership, I'd love to see him at Chelsea.
Oh my gosh, have we got Chelsea fans in tonight? My goodness.
Sure it must be one of them.
Not really, but Chelsea would work for him.
Maybe. We'll wait and see. It's going to be an interesting summer. Well, let's move on to the African Nations Cup. Tell us more about it. And we know that your team at the moment, they are the defending champions. But if you could just talk about the tournaments.
Well, just to touch base on the tournament. The tournament is one of the biggest grassroots football tournament in the UK. It's organised by Africans living in the diaspora. I'm currently the chairman of the African Nations Cup UK. 20 teams participate in the tournament. It has been running since 2006. It's got a huge attendance, huge following from all the diaspora, different diaspora ethnic groups. They come to attend. It takes place over 3 weekends. Football, very competitive. Most of the players are drawn from Nani League, including semi-professional and professional clubs. And I can recall Bobby's team last year when they won it. I think half of their team were all professional footballers that participated in the tournament. It's a huge football festival, and I would like to urge everyone watching that come and join us at West Ham Memorial Park on the 30th of May.
I'm sure it's
a huge festival of football.
Festival. Yeah. Well, we said that you are the manager of Sierra Leone and you are the defending champions. Do you feel the pressure at all?
Not really, because the year before we got to the final as well, although we lost to Ghana 1-0. So we got a very good team. That's the difference. We got a very, very good team. We got young boys there, you know, before, as you can see. We got a very, very good team, which of course they play very well. And I know this year is going to be tough because all the teams, they know the last The year before last, we went to the final. We lose 1-0 in West Ham Stadium. And last year, we won it against Nigeria.
Yeah.
So we must be one of the teams that everybody want to beat. And the group we are in now this year, they're going to be tough.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
we're going to play there as well. So.
Well, who are the players to keep an eye on in your team?
My team, we got different type of players, and it's very difficult to handle most of our players. Like last year, we got the captain was very, very good, which motivate the young boys. He's an old player, but it really motivate the players. But we got a lot of players, Okiki, we got very good players and that can cause trouble for any team.
All right, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll see you in the second. Well, joining us again in the studios, Bobby Koroma and Marshall Gore to talk about some of those big sporting stories. Now, we have to start with the Kevin Peterson story. Are you surprised about the reaction to it?
Well, I'm not surprised about the reaction from it. And this is KP again, taking the headlines. I think you've got to look at this with a more broad mind in terms of the shenanigans of what happens in world sport when one wants to continue with a professional career and the revelations that happened with his book. In normal circumstances, you have people writing books or autobiographies at the end of their career. But this is kind of like a bit of a surprising one now, where revelations were made, and then at the back of it, there's kind of like a rethink that he needs to come back again. Obviously, largely because of the performance of England at the last World Cup didn't help, and then it kind of like gives him the upper hand that irrespective of all the tantrums and throwing the toys out of the pram is the answer to the current betting problems that England has. And the fans are entitled, obviously, in feeling aggrieved or shortchanged that he must come back because he improves the team. But then when you look at it from a management point, now wearing a management hat now, is he a distraction? You may say, yes, he's a distraction. But then again, the critics will say, does England need a good batsman or a well-behaved cricketer who doesn't contribute much?
Well, do you want the a well-behaved batsman or the best batsman?
Exactly.
Well, mostly like England now, they need the best batsman. That's what they need. Because with all its controversy, it's a good player. And England need him. So if you watch all good players, they are like that. Everywhere. Football, every sport. Good players got bad behavior. Yeah. Just that, as long as they can produce, they'll get out with so many things.
Well, he can add another chapter to his book after this anyway. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Well, that's it.